Today is another day, which means it's time for another influencer marketing tip of the day. Yesterday, I answered the question, which platform is right for me from the brand point of view? Today, I want to spend more time talking about that from the creator point of view. And no different from the brand point of view, it depends. It depends on things like what your goal is, what the type of content is you're trying to produce and post, where your audience is, what are their demographics, their age, location, the type of content, like is it written, is it video, is it images? It really depends on your vertical and a multitude of other things. So spend time doing the research on who are your customers or who's the target audience and why. Why would they be here versus there? It's usually a combination. I said in my last video that my favorite two platforms are Google, specifically .com. Like, I'm a fan of websites. I go to a lot of websites for information, especially when I'm thinking about buying something, especially if it costs a decent amount of money. Like, if I go to buy golf clubs, I like to play golf, right? I got some golf clubs not too long ago. I typed into YouTube and Google. I typed into Google originally, looked at some reviews on sites, like found forums on different product pages, things like that, and also watched some YouTube videos. And then collectively, then looked for promo codes and all of that good shit. But then between those two platforms, made a purchase, made a decision. Yeah. So it really depends on the audience demographics and all of that good stuff. I would recommend all the platforms. That makes sense for you. If you're solely writing blogs, then it's a website. But in doing that, you should leverage social media to increase your following, to reach new target audiences in other places, to drive them back to your site and get them to subscribe to your newsletter and everything. So if you have a website, that means promoting your articles on LinkedIn and in partnership with other publishers. See if you can't be a guest writer on other well-known sites and have like a blurb about yourself. That's a separate video, how to promote yourself as a blogger. But other social channels, you might have a YouTube channel and got your start on YouTube. A lot of my favorite creators, that's their story. And YouTube's still my preference. I am biased, even though I'm more active on TikTok these days. You probably started with a YouTube channel. You probably produced wonderful full-length videos. My advice to you would be, if you haven't already, start cutting down from those original videos and posting them as shorts. And those shorts are better. They're TikTok on your cell phone, YouTube style. Same with Instagram Reels. And that tool I mentioned, TubeBuddy, which is free. There's a free version through Chrome, actually recommends the best times of each video. It'll timestamp. So you even know where the most watch time, the most engagement on that video, where it was received, and you can source clips that way. That is how I would do it. And then post them in YouTube Shorts like discussed. But also, do you have an Instagram and a TikTok? Use those videos as well. I know you're supposed to treat every platform differently, like don't make ads, make TikToks. There's a lot of truth to that. But for now, this is about having content, having a presence in places, and starting to find your right audience. And you can always adapt the content more later, but we're talking about placement right now and pure exposure, and just because an audience on Facebook is probably my age, it's probably like millennials and above. And then you've got people on TikTok. That's a combination of age ranges, but we know for sure it's more popular with like Gen Z than Facebook is. Boomer book, whatever they call it. It's not boomer book, it's millennial book. Anyway, so I would recommend diversifying your portfolio and being active on all the different channels. Yes, it is a commitment. Yes, you do want to personalize by platform. Like the TikTok trends are going to be, the trends on TikTok are going to be different from like trends on YouTube or whatever else. And TikTok is very trend heavy. YouTube, they might have recommendations for like search topics. Same with Creator Insights. All of these platforms have tools that will help you. So with that in mind, diversify your portfolio, investing 101. But also keep in mind that if you're solely on one platform, and that one platform, like let's say it's TikTok, and let's say Trump decides he's going to take it away from us, what are you going to do? You're going to, have to like make sure you've exported all your content, but wouldn't it have been better if you posted your content in other places just to be safe? Because we already got like that firm warning not too long ago, like, oh, So I would just be mindful of shit like that. And honestly, like having a website or a newsletter, like a way to reach people, because Facebook owns Instagram as well. So if you had those two placements and that got shut down, it's just so hard to say. So I would just try to be mindful of the part where not all of your eggs are in one basket. Hope that helped.